Hello and good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Anil Manji, Assistant Professor in English from Government Engineering College, Raipur. I welcome you all to today's lecture on the Elizabethan and Jacobean stage, which is a part of syllabus of BA Part 1, English Literature, Paper First, Literature in English, 1550 to 1750. The Elizabethan stage refers to the theatre and theatrical performances in the reign of Queen Elizabeth I, 1558 to 1603, and the Jacobean stage to those during the reign of James I, whose name in Latin was Jacobus, from 1603 to 1625. In the early years, in the early years of the regular drama, plays had been performed in inn-yards and other open spaces, where a scaffold, which means a platform at a height above ground or floor level, could be made and accommodations could be provided to the spectators. Here are the images of Queen Elizabeth I and King James I. In 1576, two permanent playhouses were built, the theatre and the curtain. These were the only playhouses when Shakespeare reached the metropolis. Here in the map, you can see the theatre and the curtain playhouses at London. By the end of the Elizabeth's reign, at least 11 theatres came into existence. These theatres were not in London, as the civil authorities would not permit their erections within their boundaries, but in the immediate outskirts, to say chiefly on the banks on the Surrey side of the Thames River. As you can see, two of the well-known playhouses were amongst them are the Globe Theatre in the Southwark and the Blackfriars, as Shakespeare was closely connected to them. The theatrical profession had formerly been in very ill odor. Thus, the actors, to avoid being treated as vagabonds and rogues, had been forced to obtain licenses from peers and other influential patrons, and to enroll themselves into the companies as their servants. Thus, we come across the terms like the Lord Chamberlain's servants, where it was the company to which Shakespeare belonged, the admiral's servants, the queen's players, and so on. The characteristics of the playhouses during this era were the playhouses were very small, they were round or hexagonal and were mainly made up of wood. There was nothing in the least luxurious about them, either in the architecture point of view or in the appointments. The stage and the boxes or rooms were, as they were called, were roofed in with thatch, but the rest of the building was open to the sky. The boxes were frequented by the wealthier and more aristocratic playgoers, some of whom, however, assumed the privilege of sitting on the stage. No seats were provided to the groundings in the yard or pit. Into this yard ran the stage, a simple platform, the limited dimensions of which to seem to our minds to turn into absurdity those scenes of marching armies and pitched battles in which the Elizabethans delighted. The stage arrangements presented some features of great interest. Of movable scenery there were practically none, though it was just beginning to come in towards the end of the Shakespearean period. It was not regularly used till the reopening of the theatres after the Commonwealth stage. Properties such as articles of furniture were freely employed, and placards hung out bearing such legends such as "This is Athens" and "This is a wood" to inform the audience where the scene was supposed to be laid. Absence of painted scenery and the continual change in the locality of the action was there. The descriptive passages in which the appeal was made to the imagination of the spectators were present. A small structure at the back of the stage consists of a balcony and an open space beneath, played an important part in the economy of the performance. The balcony itself stood for an elevated space place, such as the walls of a city or the upper part of a house. The space beneath, which could be curtained off, was put to the most various uses when any sort of interior scene was required. Performances generally began at about 3 in the afternoon and lasted some 2 hours. And very peculiar thing about the playhouses were there were no actresses on the Shakespearean stage. Women parts being taken by the boys and young men specially trained for the purpose. So these were the feature and information about the Elizabethan and Jacobean stage. Thank you so much.